first girlfriend was named Lindsay.
Did she turn you down for this podcast too?
Welcome back to the back nine of the 2021 Texas States FPO coverage presented by Central Coast Disc Golf. I'm here in the studio with my friend Jen, and we're going to talk about the athletes represented in the coverage today. We've got Valerie, we've got Paige. Well, here's the scores and stuff. Haley, Katrina, Valerie, Missy. Haley's winning by like a lot, and the others aren't. So,
did I miss something? Is there a Paige in the tournament today?
No. Paige is the one that I said in round one, or in the front nine, I said that Kat is mainly winning when Paige isn't winning.
Oh.
But then sometimes she beats Paige, but then sometimes Paige beats her, so they kind of go back and forth.
Okay. Does Haley ever beat Paige?
She does. Did you know something? In the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships last year, Haley threw a DGA breaker about 120 feet on an upshot to win in a playoff against Paige.
She really likes that DGA breaker. That DGA breaker is a real popular one. They must be a really substantial manufacturer.
DGA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sound pretty legit.
I mean, I don't have like all the numbers, but I think they're like the biggest disc manufacturer in the world.
That's very impressive in of itself.
There's a lot of them.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, probably the biggest.
Such a small, corner of the populace plays this game, so I can't imagine they'd make, they have more than like 25 customers probably just repeating.
No, try like 250.
Wow. Wow. That's 10 times what I expected to hear.
Quite a bit more than you undershot it.
Huh.
But Missy won't. She's probably ripping a Discraft Undertaker, if I had to guess, 49 miles an hour, and she made the corner just fine.
Oh, look at that.
You're all kind of collecting right there, a little collecting pool of discs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It sounds like a bar. Any given night, just a big collecting pool of discs.
I've never been to a bar.
Really?
Well, not like a real one. I've been to like Buffalo Wild Wings. But
no, I would count that.
Oh, you would count that?
Yeah, no, I'm from the Midwest, and that's about as wild as it can get.
You know what Haley just threw right there?
420?
No, that was a DGA breaker, actually.
Oh.
But I do appreciate, I can see that you're getting into the disc golf humor.
I am.
Let us know in the comments, guys, like, why does everybody laugh when you say that number?
Yeah, that's a good thing to comment. Some things that we've covered that you shouldn't comment are really anything to do with
women.
You can address that women exist. It's visibility for women is a good thing, but
it's problematic. In the front nine, I felt like I was just trying to be respectful, and you kind of jumped down my throat. So
what I'd like to see is just things that are relevant to performance that respect the athleticism and the performance. So like what the women are wearing, how they appear, their hair.
That's what I was talking about.
Those things are completely irrelevant, and therefore there's not really a place for a discussion. Now, if we were watching them have some kind of like a fashion competition, we could talk about their outfits. If they were maybe competing on, modeling, we could talk about appearance. That would be relevant. But in this context, all we're talking about is just performance and athleticism. And right now we can see that Haley King is quite clearly queen. So that's all we really need to talk about here.
I see that was very good.
Thank you. I've been taking some notes.
Kat Allen got the high slap. Oh, dang. Look how she's smiling. She hates that basket.
Yeah.
She would like to darn that basket to heck right now if she could.
Those are harsh words.
Well, that's what I was, again, tuning into her brainwave frequency, but she's still smiling because she doesn't want to know. She doesn't want people to know how flipping angry she is at that basket right now.
Well, and, socially, we're just conditioned as women to kind of smile through anything. We found that if we have any kind of a grimace or a negative appearance, that it really affects our ability to communicate and to transcend professionally. And so,
isn't that great? I love that about you guys.
I'm not smiling right now, surprisingly.
Oh, and you're kind of scaring me. So hole 11 is another par 3. And I know you're thinking, oh, is this birdie or die or something? But it's not, because, again, there's like at least, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably 15 trees or something. Well, hang on, there's actually more now.
I don't know how you can count them with this drone moving so quickly. I'm nauseous.
I'm going to say like at least 27 to 312 trees just on this hole alone.
Wow, that was some fast counting you did there.
But you can still see the basket. So, I mean, like, they could ace it still.
Or...
Ooh, Valerie Mendogiano getting lucky yet again.
I didn't think that was going to go that well for young Miss Mulholland.
Is this a break? Oh, it's a breaker again. This is like Breakersville. Oh, get in the basket. Wow, that's so good.
So DGA is by far and away the biggest company, it sounds like, related to the sport.
They're not sponsoring this video or anything. And I don't have like all the numbers. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just from what I've seen, just out and about, I'd say they're probably the biggest.
And you would be like morally obligated to disclose if you had any kind of a financial relationship with DGA or any kind of, right? That's you always hear like on NPR they say, "Oh, to let you know we are sponsored by Facebook," if they're talking about Facebook. So.
Oh yeah, like a disclaimer or something.
Right. Yeah, you would have to disclose that.
Okay. I know what you mean. So I have a friend named Tyler who's actually employed by DGA. That's his full-time job. So if he was sitting here right now, trying to explain all this to you, that he would be a shill. Do you know what that is? A shill is like. No.
Is that an
No, it's not. It's
involuntary celibate. No, that's what that stands for.
No. No, a shill is like somebody who's paid by a company to pretend to be a fan.
Oh.
Like they put him in a crowd and he's like, wow, this is amazing.
Does anybody care what Tyler says or thinks, though? How influential is he?
What? It was absolutely amazing. Did you see that?
I'm sorry. I was very distracted by our conversation.
Well, Katrina just put it in from downtown.
I'm proud of Katrina. I appreciate that she accomplished something. I'm going to be candid. This is probably the most boring activity I've ever tried to be an audience for.
Okay, I'm not okay with that statement if you mean because it's women that are playing.
No, I think watching men do this would be every bit as boring.
How could you be bored by that? Did you see she just put a little piece of plastic in a metal basket from like 45 feet away through the trees?
I feel like we did that in gym class in 6th grade.
Mm. Well, Haley is very young, so she's probably not too far out. She's probably in college. I think she's like 19 or something. Mm-hmm. So that explains probably why she made the putt from 45 feet, don't you think?
Because it was just a few years ago that she was playing this on the schoolyard.
And like young people are typically better at athletic events than old people.
First of all, Ray, I am about 25 years your senior, and I would challenge you to arm wrestle right here, right now. I will make you cry. I have made you cry emotionally before, and right. I cannot wait to make you cry.
Let's do it. All right, hang on. Okay, and... Okay, now you can't put... You have to have... You can't turn your wrist like... You got to have it... Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, all right, here we go. Now, ready?
Yep, let me get there. Let me
I just can't believe how you're already cheating before we even go. All right, you ready?
Yep. Yeah. Oh. Did you hear a pop? Ray, are those tears?
No. I need to just... there's a technical thing with my mic that I need to fix. Would you just take over this hole? I'll be right back.
Yeah, I really bet you wish that Missy could have come now. So we're on to hole 12. There are fewer trees than last time, and yet trees are here still. There continues to be trees, and there's a basket. We see some leaves. There's a lot of greenery. I hear that disc golf is known for greenery and more than just the grass that's on the ground out there. Lots lots of grass involved in the disc golf community. Oh, that went all flippy, and that can't be a good thing. There's a lot of hand-eye signs, like they're reminding her to use her hand-eye coordination, but I think she's pretty intelligent and capable of remembering that on her own. I have no idea whether that was a great one or not. I'm going to be real honest. A big launch out of Missy. Missy, who I think has probably never made Ray cry, but hey.
I stepped out, had to grab a drink.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened? It's Valerie. This was very good. Stop looking at me like that. It's fine.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Just comment that on the flipping disc golf.
Well, okay. Now we've got Missy again, and she's using a bright green disc this time, and we'll see if that. Oh, does it? It's scattered on the ground. She does. Yeah. She seemed not overly impressed. Oh, that's the DGA.
Nope.
No? Oh.
It's not.
It appeared sort of silverish, so I thought maybe it was
I do see you're taking your color commentary role.
Yes, this one is a blue frisbee, which...
You can't call it a frisbee.
I've been calling it a frisbee the whole time.
I wrote that down. There was 4 things you're not allowed to say.
There's literally only one thing written down.
What did I write down?
Innova.
Oh.
You said, whatever I do, don't talk about Innova because they're this tiny little corporation that's out for you, and that they're just this weird little cultish type sect that only a few people really follow, but
listen,
they're just really zealous.
You're not going to come on my podcast and talk about sects, okay? And I told you not to talk about them, and now what have you done? You just smeared them all over the airwaves. Great. They're going to get a big head. They're going to start thinking that they can compete with it. Not that it's like my company where I'm like sponsored or employed by DGA, but I just really like them. And I think that they should continue to be the number one manufacturer in the game.
Is this sort of like a Voldemort situation for you? Are you very sensitive to the name of Innova? You do physically recoil.
Well, it's that in my arm. I would just prefer to not... Oh, look. Valerie got a birdie.
She is going to need an outright aviary at home to work with all the birdies coming home with her.
You think it's about foul. You think it's like an avian thing, but it's just a scoring term.
It's a funny term to choose.
Let's see what... it's the Bushnell commercial again.
Oh, is he going to go for the ESPN? The ESPN uke?
He says it's like 200 feet, and I'm going to go with the longest driver in my bag.
Right. He's like, listen, there's a tiny squirrel. Do I have the nuclear codes ready?
I'm so enjoying being with you right now, but I do not feel like we're on the same page with this joke. It's about him throwing way too far for the disc.
Right. What I said was, his target is small, and yet he's going to use a really big weapon for it. So that's relevant,
Are you doing
right?
you were kind of playing to the 420 crowd. I respect that.
Yeah.
What kind of tripod do you think they had to get this shot of the disc in flight from Garrett?
I think they probably strapped it to one of those birdies they've got so many of.
Oh, that's a good idea, like a hawk or something.
Didn't they turn it into jerky?
Mm-hmm. It's very good. I've had quite a bit of Garrett Gerthy's beef jerky. It is quite good.
I can respect that.
Lucky number hole 13 at Dogwood is a par 4, so that means if they get it in 3, it's going to be a birdie. It has nothing to do with like flying animals. It's just a turn.
That appears to be a matter of opinion.
There are a lot of animal terms though in golf. You got the albatross for 2 under par, or no, an eagle for 2 under par, albatross for 3 under, birdie for 1 under. Those are birds, and then par for when you get it like right on the nose, and everybody knows what a par bird is.
Paw like the little hand of a dog?
No, like you have
the toe beans.
Like you have the mother bird and then there's also bogey, which is probably, I'm not actually familiar with what.
I think it's actually pronounced boogie, like boogeyman.
Have we been pronouncing it wrong?
I think so. Is bogey when you get it takes more than you're supposed to? Yeah, so exactly. It's really scary.
It's scary.
It's a bad thing.
It's like a bogey.
It's haunting you. Like, oh, don't let the boogeyman catch you. Like, you know, you want to get under par. So if you're over, then the boogeyman's going to come for you.
You know, in Australia, we didn't say the bogeyman. We called him Old Man Snessalophagus, and they would say that he would come get you if you hadn't cleaned between your toes. It's kind of an Australian thing.
Oh.
Old Man Snessalophagus is going to come get you. Here, Snessalophagus almost got Missy right there, but she got kicked back out.
So do you find that the toes of Australians are cleaner?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
It's kind of an inside, it's like an inside the toe joke between lots of Aussies.
Yeah. Do you think in men's disc golf, instead of calling it a bogey, because they're like, oh, if the boogeyman tries to come for me, so what? Like, I can fight him off. But instead it's like, oh, the IRS is coming for you because you're a single male. Give us all your money. You're like,
I don't.
Oh, I'm coming for you for child support. Like, do you think their plus one, instead of being called a boogie, is called a child support?
I don't believe in the IRS.
Oh.
I haven't. They keep contacting me, but I don't think it's real. I think it's just a big scam, and I'm not going to pay them all the money they keep asking for.
Disc golf does seem like a very libertarian activity.
It is very libertarian. You're just out and about. You're free. You're in the woods.
No one's the boss of you.
No one's the boss of you. Yeah, it's just this liberty and life and libraries and just everything that you would think of when you think of a libertarian.
And a Nova.
That has nothing to do with it.
Oh.
It's just about being happy, and there's nothing happy about them. So.
Well, they're probably pretty happy with their profits this past quarter.
They probably had, like, if they had one, maybe they had like 2 profits, and that's it. And they probably would be excited about that. It's like a very small company. It's a real grassroots sort of a thing. There's probably 5 people.
Speaking of grass and libertarians, we've got to acknowledge the marijuana epidemic that is just roaring through the disc golf community. It's all the news that there's just it's a real shame.
It's like a roaring flame, like lit up problem.
It's just a blaze,
It's a blaze. People, it's a problem that's being toked up all around.
Right. And I'll be blunt. I'm concerned that it's really affecting these people's lives. It's they're all just like, oh, it's just to help me sleep at night. Oh, it's not like anyone, gets murdered when they're on the devil's lettuce. But I feel like I can really see how it's affecting their productivity.
Well, in speaking of joints, I can't move my right arm. And I don't think that makes me any less of a man. I think that you just got in kind of a bizarre angle, and you got your left foot involved, which I did not see that coming, and and you just put everything in a weird angle, and I pulled something.
So what you're saying is that in terms of athleticism, although our statures may require us to use our physiques in different ways, we can achieve some of the exact same results.
I'm sorry. I'll be completely honest with you. I missed most of that. Do you want to say it again, or do you want to say something else now? I wasn't listening, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't understand.
I was just pointing out that even though we're different genders, we can achieve some of the same physical feats.
I'm sorry. It happened again. I missed it. I'll try this time. Okay. All right. Look, I'm looking you right in the eyeballs. Just say it to me now, again.
We can accomplish the same physical feats.
Right. Same physical feats. Yep. Yeah, that is what you said. Same physical feats. We all have the same.
Oh, wow.
We all have the same physical feats. Look how she's stretching hers out.
Look at that physical feat. It's going to be really embarrassing if this doesn't pay off for her.
Wow, that was probably better than I could have done.
Was it any different than if she stood up?
Well, it looked very impressive.
But was it any more impressive than if she was standing up?
Nah.
Do you sometimes suspect that Missy does things just for show?
Oh, absolutely. I know Missy very well, and I mean, I wouldn't say narcissist, but I think the people that know her would.
Well, and it sounds like you wouldn't say narcissist just because you can't actually pronounce it. Maybe if you were better at pronouncing it, then maybe you would call her that, but instead...
What do you say? Narcissist? What do you say?
No, narcissist.
That's what I said, narcissist.
Narcissist.
It's like what the surgeon said when the nurse was like, I think it's a tumor, and he said, narcissist. Do you see? Because he was like, yeah, narcissist.
Yeah, I got the joke.
I just came up with that.
Yeah, I figured.
Valerie throws the Nova quite well. Oh, gosh. I didn't say Innova. I said a Nova. So it's an Innova. It is.
Okay.
It is made by Innova.
So the Nova in this case is short for Innova?
Well, it's like a Nova.
Right. But when you say a Nova, you're referring to a Nova, and Nova is short for Innova.
Flip, I wish I would have never brought it up.
Okay.
That was a DGA breaker from Haley, though. It's not quite as close, but that's her fault. It's not the disc's fault.
So it performed slightly
under. It did fine. Oh, look! Did you see how Missy started to walk towards the basket?
Yeah. Did she go back to her basket and text you like, OMG, I just really goofed this one up?
Well, no, we do Marco Polo most of the time.
I hear that that's primarily for preteens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you talk to a lot of preteens on Marco Polo?
No, not anymore. I used to, but it was when I was a preteen. I don't talk to them too much anymore because it'd be pretty inappropriate.
Did they stay preteens?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
You grew up and they stayed preteens?
Look at how Kat is like. She's stretching out like a cat.
Well, again, I'm going to speculate this is just for show. I think she could easily just be standing there, but...
Do you think so?
I think in a sport so boring, you do what you can to try to make it more interesting. So maybe they're combining yoga in the back half, Maybe they've found that they're achy and sore from walking around all day. To be honest, they're probably blazed right now and just completely obliterated, so anything they can do to try to keep themselves awake and moving. They just got to get that blood flow going,
Well, I don't agree with almost any of that because there's nothing more. Name one sport that is more exciting than disc golf.
Badminton. Well, real golf.
That's cheating because badminton is...
Paint drying.
Badminton is epic. And
raindrops rolling down a window pane.
I feel like you're just not even...
Pacing my windshield wipers to the beat of the music.
Well, I'm pretty impressed that you're able to come up with such a strong list off the top of your head. I thought you were going to say boring events, like 50,000 screaming fans at a basketball or football game or something.
No, I've never been to one of those, but I did once go to a Taylor Swift concert that was held at Arrowhead Stadium. Oh, yeah. Which is probably the most comparable event I can think of. And no, that was very much not boring. That was a very exciting time.
I think I might have seen you there.
There was like 50,000 screaming fans.
So my group, we were called the Swiftettes, and you probably would have noticed. They made me wear the midriff T-shirt, and I didn't at the time. I mean, I wasn't, like now. I wasn't fit like I am now. So it was a little embarrassing, but I went along with it just because we've been planning it for several days, and you probably would have remembered if you'd seen me there.
Did you spell out We Heart TS
yes.
on your bellies?
Yes.
And then also, most people just stop at the front side, but you guys chose to also go lower back.
Yeah, lower back.
Was a real dicey move. And if memory serves, you got them permanently tattooed the next morning. You left the Sharpie outlines and
right. Yeah, I got because they didn't have enough guys for the back because it was Swiftettes, so I actually had to get the I and the F tattooed on my back. So it just says if. And I've told people since then, it's depending on who you're talking to, it's not always like, I don't know, impressive to say you got it for a Taylor Swift concert. So I just say it's like a kind of a meta, like life, like what if.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like it's, some people say like not if, but when. And you're like, no, not when, but if.
If, right. Yeah. That's a good one. I'm gonna remember
tomorrow's
that.
not guaranteed,
The next time we do shirts and skins at the local badminton club, I'm going to have to remember that one because I do get a lot of questions.
I feel like that explanation would fly a little better on the disc golf course where, again, everyone is high as a kite.
Well, not everyone.
Name me one person in this video that is not stoned right now.
Luke Humphreys is a professional disc golfer, and he has a dog named Hogan. And I think I may have seen Hogan running around in the background, and I very much doubt, that Hogan would be under the influence at a professional level event. Yeah, after the after party on the weekend, all bets are off. Hogan is definitely a party animal, but at the event, probably not.
Is Hogan there at this event?
I think I saw him kind of stalking around in the
There's
background.
a lot of birdies around for him, so.
He does like getting birdies. Him and Luke both like getting birdies. Hayley King is doing very good. We've got 3 holes left, and she is 7 strokes ahead of Valerie Mangiadana. And it's going to be it's a pretty difficult deficit to overcome in just 3 holes.
Is there a reason we're omitting Missy Gannon from the conversation?
Where is she at?
Better than Valerie Bertinelli.
Do you know the fans can also see these commercial incomings? I didn't think about that. This is usually behind the scenes stuff. They're going to know.
I thought that it was like, hey guys, something actually exciting is about to happen, so stay tuned because it's going to get better,
And then you're like, wow.
Basketball, look at that. You guys have basketball?
Ooh, no, that's a basket. Oh. I like a disc golf basket.
Just another Frisbee thing?
Well, speaking of whale sex, this is Eric Ugly, Madison Rooker, and Tina Ugly. Oh, there's Missy. Missy.
Hey, when's the last time Missy texted you back?
I don't think that she has my number anymore. She must have gotten a new phone. Whale secs are great for your hands if they get sweaty. Use a whale sec. Makes it not sweaty.
More smooth and sleek.
No, it's not like a moisturizer. It's like a dust comes out.
Oh, that's not what you expect. I wouldn't expect it to be so dry. I thought that it would be really lubricating.
I think they actually take bones, like from whales, like dead whales. It's kind of a save the whales sort of thing. Like you save them to put in your bottles. They just kind of grind up the whale bones, and it's the dust that
Do you think
get
they take
out.
the bones, or do you think they milk the bones?
Milk bone is like a dog thing.
Maybe Hogan likes those.
So we're going to see if Missy... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Missy... Well, I'm sorry. Bet on me to completely overlook Missy Gannon. She's 2 under. It's really kind of a race for second place, if I'm honest. And
sure. And Missy's probably used to being overlooked because she lacks a Y chromosome. And so she's probably just used to racing for second place.
Well, I think she probably should have gotten one. I've always found it much more advantageous to have one.
Huh.
I mean, like in almost every area, like you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Like I do maybe half of the things that some of my coworkers do and get like twice the money.
Well.
So talk about a get-rich-quick scheme,
Well, at least they have more opportunities when it comes to education and flexible work hours and, being able to advance in their career more quickly. And at least systemically, they're set up for success,
I do. I don't think you do, but I do.
Okay. This actually is a perfect metaphor right now. What Valerie's experiencing is just classic, just ensnarled in social constructs.
She's ensnarled.
And she's going to have to get real creative here to get out of it, but she's going to find a way.
The branches of the patriarchy are reaching out to ensnare her in the... Oh, she got out! I'm not crying, you're crying.
She got out, but she's still playing disc golf, so let's just tamper those. I mean, they're getting paid, right? They must spend hours and hours and hours practicing and training to get to the level that they're at in this game. So they're probably getting paid, right?
I mean, like they get plastic.
Like Frisbees?
Like discs. And they
get paid in discs?
Yeah, I think most of the touring pros, like they'll get discs and they'll get like hats. And like sometimes the people will put like stickers on their cars and stuff. Not like...
Do they get cash?
Every once in a while, yeah. Hayley King won $20,000 by, beating Paige Pierce last year with the DGA breaker in the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships.
And that was a notable purse. And I'm just speculating. I mean, the median income in her region is, I'm going to
probably
speculate,
like $500.
More than $20,000 annually.
Oh, like for just like casual lay persons?
Yes.
Oh yeah, like a lot. Oh, like if you want to make money.
Yes.
You do not want to play disc golf.
Oh.
Are you trying to find out if professional disc golfers get money?
Yes.
No.
Because
none.
This has to be a full-time job in itself.
Right. It's more than that, actually. It's like 90 hours a week.
Wow. That's a lot of time to spend smoking weed.
Well, that's not all of it, but...
It's a good portion.
The thing is, there's really not any money involved. But there's more of the no money now than there was before the pandemic.
Ah.
So it's kind of on the up.
Are the men making money?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically, all of the monies. Like, if there's money anywhere, it's
Innova? Oh.
Even Innova, who doesn't have probably, like, any money, just because their company is so small, will still give it to their top men players here. But we're kind of trying to change that here at Disc Golf Comedy Enterprises. That's why we're commentating on the Texas States FPO. And any minute now, we're going to start commentating on the disc golf. How much time we got? Oh wow, there's just 2 holes left. Yeah, we probably should start.
Am I getting paid for this?
Am I getting paid for this?
Are you getting paid for this?
Oh yeah. Yep, quite a bit actually on Patreon and YouTube monetization and such.
I did want to point out that I've heard fantastic reviews about your OnlyFans, so
thank you.
Good work.
I do appreciate that. There's a lot of people who don't understand what it's about.
What's to understand? It's OnlyFans. It's fans only.
Right. It's just a place for my fans to go.
So if you're a fan of the person, you follow them.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan, you just don't comment.
Right. Very weird requests. I think people feel pretty entitled. I mean, my OnlyFans is like $3,700 a month. So people feel like they can ask me to like take a picture in a certain shirt or something. And I'm like, that's not what this is about. It's about you giving me money and me continuing to grow the sport. So.
Well, Certainly room for a lot of growth somewhere.
Hailey King just steps up to hole 17 and says, hey, remember how you guys thought that maybe you could win an event sometime ever? Well, rack off. I've got this one, and I'm taking it all home with me in my car. In the back seat. I'll strap it in. Don't worry, it'll be safe. But we are going to stop at Arby's on the way home and get a Jamocha shake. Ooh, wow. You know, that's crazy. It was the DGA breaker, and it's like a tired kangaroo because she threw it, and it's now...
out
of bounds. It doesn't have any bounce. It's like, do you get it now?
I just still don't get it.
Okay, well. Look at the sun coming in. It's very pretty.
Again, the show-off stance, but you do you.
You know, I never thought about that. I'm going to start noticing that. She does it at like every opportunity.
Yeah. Even when she's not throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she's doing the interviews afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
She's just in a yoga flex. Sometimes she's inverted, dangling from a tree.
Jen, I don't think it's really professional to be commentating on the way the women stand. Honestly, I think it's not your business. You're just commentating. She just made an amazing birdie because Kat is a top-tier level athlete.
You know, she's going to need a lot of room in her backseat for all those birdies, and I hope they all get some Jamocha shakes as well.
Oh. Whoop.
This is about to get awkward.
Whoop. Easy, Hailey. Don't need to break any rules because that would cost you a penalty stroke.
Unless you're using this.
6 of those.
DGA.
Oh, the DG. Oh, right. Yeah, the DGA.
You're allowed to break rules when you use the breaker.
All right. I'm going to have to use that.
I just used it.
Ooh, the old gunslinger. The old horseshoe putt. The old...
Oh, she looks happy.
Card out of the side
pocket.
Look
at them being kind to one another. The sportsmanship, I bet, is just fantastic. Don't fall.
It's because the cameras are on.
And they're socially trained to smile about everything.
Yeah, I mean, the second...
They're literally terrified to not smile.
Right. The second the cameras turn off, she's going to be like... Probably punch her in the face.
I hear she's like that.
Yeah. All right, we just got one hole left. It's hole 18, as you might guess. And we're going to see what it's about. But I think Hailey King is going to win it. But what I'm wondering is Katrina Allen, who's this person right here with the amazing birdie putt, she just tied up Missy Gannon going into hole 18. So we do have a little bit of a battle for second place. And hole 18 is very uphill. It's 351 feet, and it's quite a big slope.
You know, I would venture a guess that they're all pretty accustomed to an uphill battle, so this is probably nothing new.
Well, I mean, some of the holes have been downhill. And just this one.
It's just a metaphor.
It looks like there's a little bit of wind in their faces, but this drone footage was taken like 3 days prior to the event, so we don't really know what the wind is doing right now. Like basically flipping nothing. There's no wind. Kit really needs to make a statement, and the statement she has chosen is I can throw very far, but in the wrong direction.
You hate to see that on the last hole here.
Valerie's not out of it. She's just one stroke behind. Looks like a pretty good move on that one. All right, it's a big moment. Basically, Missy's entire career rests on this shot. Oh, that is very good. Ooh, okay, she's got a circle's edge. Look at it. Would you just look at it?
I did see it.
Well, just look at it, though. Yeah, look at Hailey. Hailey's being a little bit rude, honestly.
Yeah, you don't need to keep running up the clock when there's less than 2 minutes left, you know.
You don't run up the clock when there's less than 2 minutes left because that would just add time to the clock.
Right. I just mean you don't need to keep driving up the score when the game is so close to being over. It's
right.
just poor sportsmanship at this point.
No, I'm with you, but you just said the clock.
Sure.
So that's why I was...
Although, I can't blame her if she wants to put a little bit of an exclamation point on this victory over Missy, because I hear that's a real tempting thing to do. She's just insufferable.
Ooh, close one. Okay, so this is massive. We've got a putt off right here. We're going to see if Kat can. Oh, she's in a very tough spot. Look at that. She has to, okay. Just lay up.
Wage equality. I mean, so close but so far, right?
Wait, where did Missy go? Did I miss Missy's shot? So they're both going to tie for second. Oh, look at everyone yelling at her. It's everyone yelling in anger because she was a little bit rude with how much she beat them by. So the fans are letting her know that, hey, we don't appreciate that.
Well, she's young.
She's very young. So maybe, you'll learn, keep it close, win on the last hole or something. Playoff would be preferable, but whatever. He was very good. All of these ladies are so good.
Do you think she's signing autographs?
Oh, look, they gave her a little foam block. Probably for your back or something. You could do
No, I think it was a box, and I think within was a $20 gift card to Taco Bell.
I didn't think there was any money involved, but that's actually very
encouraging. They'll pay for her Crunchwrap Supreme on the drive home tonight.
See, things are looking up on the FPO side. Well, thanks, guys, for watching the 2021 Texas States. My name is Ray, and this is Jen, and Jen is a little bit of a sexist.
And the fifth-rate choice, apparently.
Tune in next time. I do have a feeling like a channel's going to be taken down after this, so there might not be a next time. But if there is, you should tune in. Wow, what is this? What is this we got?
Have we misjudged the end of this?
Wow, they throw in a bonus 363 feet.
Is this the show-off round?
They throw that in at the end just to remind us, hey, remember how Haley won that? Well, she won it really good. How good, everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you next time.